Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. Today I'm doing a blog. I haven't done a vlog in a while. I don't tend to unless I can figure out some kind of cool tag I can do or have something really important to say. But today I came across the 17 question tag and I thought that would be a really interesting one to do because it was kind of different than other ones I'd seen. The questions aren't basically all the stuff you're going to answer on a video anyway. So here we go. How did I get my YouTube username? That's a really, really good question. My YouTube username is Skeletonsheart, and I created my YouTube account in 2007. And back then, I was a little bit of a morbid goth teenager, and I thought it was really ironic, or kind of funny or silly or whatever, that skeletons couldn't have hearts essentially, and if you were a skeleton's heart, it meant you were hollow essentially. And at the time, I felt really badly about not so much myself, but that I didn't have a whole lot of friends, and I was getting picked on and bullied a lot. And it wasn't just how I was dressing; it was a lot of things. I think I'm a little bit different than a lot of people, and I think it just it spoke to me at that point in my life that I had a skeleton's heart, which was to say I shouldn't have one, and I shouldn't be kind to others, and I shouldn't care, basically. Today I have made another channel that I have that goes by my username's Kitty D, which is an abbreviation of my name, which is Katrina, and my last name starts with D, so clearly that works. But I've stuck to my Skeleton's Heart name primarily because I had quite a lot of subscribers at one point, and I had a couple viral videos, and I thought I'm just gonna stick with what I have set up and what has my accounts on it, and I have my Google AdSense hooked up to make money and all that kind of stuff. So that's how it is. Right. So the second one, if I could change my name to anything, what would it be and why? Funny story. Okay. Katrina's a really weird name. And ironically, I had changed my name online to Kat so that I would know who knew me online versus who knew me in real life, because in real life, people call me Katrina or Trina or Trini or whatever, like always, a variation of my own name. But Kat was not very often used. And I think it was really funny because I do feel like my parents intended me to use Kat as my nickname when I was younger, and I just never did. And right, so basically, if I could change my name, it's a really good question, because actually I'm so used to my name now, and it's fairly unique. But I think I would change it just because I'm sick and tired of being called Catherine or Katharina or Katarina or Catalina, and they're not my name. Don't get it wrong. Don't spell it wrong. Everybody spells my name wrong. It's spelled with a C, thus cat. But they spell it with a K a lot. And that's the more German or European spelling is with a K. So I think I don't know, I like so many different names, but I've always been particularly fond of like Ariel, or even, I don't know, I really like Ariel, to tell you the truth. And it's not Ariel, it's Ariel. I like Ariel. And Gabriel, and like anything with an EL tends to be something I find really pretty. So I'm not going to change my name, but if I had a different name, maybe I'd go with that. Let's see. If I could go back in time and give my younger self advice, what would it be? Get the F out. Get the F out now. Don't date that dude. Is that good advice? What I would tell myself is you need to put yourself first, because I don't know that a lot of people understand this, but I like to put other people first a lot, and I like to buy them things, and I like to give them gifts, and I like to show people that I care in that way, and make them things and draw them artwork and so on and so forth. But that's It's almost like you're selling yourself to get someone to like you. And I've had to really dial it back as an adult. And I think I'm still like that. I'm still like a doting friend. I like to make sure my friends have what they need. If they're struggling, I want them to have what they need. And I don't suffer for giving them that. So I don't worry about it. But you have to be really careful, and I would tell myself, be really careful, because some people are just going to start expecting that from you and manipulate you and use you, which is what happened to me and why I was in so much debt. So I've dug myself back out, and thank you very much. No thanks to that son of a something. Okay. How old were you when you first learned to blow a bubblegum bubble? I actually remember. I know I was with my mom and dad when it happened. It might have just been with my mom, actually, because I was in the living room and I was like trying so hard. And at the old house where we used to live, I used to go, there was like an ice cream truck that would come by and like do this ice cream stuff. And I was like, oh! And I had this little friend, it was a little African American girl, and she was named Fluffy, I think. I loved it. And we would always go out and run out and get this bubblegum ice cream cone. Okay. There's no reason to tell you that she was an African American girl, but just to reach out if Fluffy ever watches this, or Fuzzy. I don't know what her name was. It was Fluffy or Fuzzy, but I think it's a nickname, honestly. And I would love to say hi, because like I totally remember her and she's awesome. But yeah, anyway, I got this bubblegum at the bottom of like a Mario ice cream or something, or a cone ice cream, and I remember trying so hard to blow a bubble, and it eventually happened. It was exciting. It's so funny. I don't know why that is, just amusing. What did I want to be when I was little? A vet. I think a lot of kids want to be a vet, but I still do. If I didn't have allergies, I would be saving the lives of many little animals. What do I order at Starbucks? A mint tea. I really like peppermint tea with a little bit of sugar. The hardest I ever laughed. Oh God. Recently, I have to say, when I was watching some of the Try Guys videos, when they were trying on candy lingerie, it was really hysterical. I know that I've had some times where I've really found something amusing, but I can't think off the top of my head anything else. Let's see. If I could play any musical instrument, which would it be and why? I actually am an accomplished saxophonist, so if I could pick something else, I would have done piano, because I think you understand music theory, and it's great because I like to sing. It would have been really good to know piano, to be able to sing with it. I could still learn, and whatever. What's my favorite thing to do when I'm upset? Yell at somebody? Does that count? I like to take action a lot of times. It depends what I'm upset about. If I'm upset about something that I can change, then I'm likely to try to change it. If I'm upset about something that I can't change, I do shut down a little bit and just try to like go lay down and like hide away, and people just need to leave me alone when I'm like that, tell you the truth. What's my favorite movie? Oh my God. There's so many. I really like Pirates of the Caribbean, the original first movie. That was really good. I just watched Crimson Peak. I really liked it until the creepy part, and then I still like it. I think it's a really good movie. What else do I like? Interview with Vampire. You can tell I'm into kind of like alternative movies. Yeah, I would take those three, probably. Yeah. Let's see what else we got. What's one food I cannot live without? Well, lots of things change when you find out you're lactose intolerant. I really like wontons, but I don't hardly ever get to eat them. I like bread. I think bread. I am very fortunate in that my stomach issues were not related to celiac disease, and I was not gluten intolerant, which means I can have as much bread as I want. And I try not to eat a ton, but I do like bread. I'm into bread. Yay, bread. Favorite dessert. What is my favorite dessert? That's a really good question, isn't it? I really like mint chocolate chip ice cream, which again, I'm lactose intolerant, so I have to have a lactose-free version. But they do make it, and they make one with almond milk, and they make one with lactose-free milk, and they're delicious. Um, what else do I like, though? I really like cheesecake, but I have to make mine from scratch, and it's really fatty, so I try not to. I have a cold, sorry. Favorite pizza topping, there's 3 black olives, pepperoni, and mushroom. That I totally think is my mom's fault, just FYI. Would I rather have the superpower to read minds or the superpower to... Oh, I cut it off. I don't know. I think it's be invisible. To read minds or be invisible, we'll go with. I don't think that it's a superpower to do either, to tell you the truth. It's definitely not a superpower to read people's minds. People are cruel. A lot of people are cruel. In some ways, it would help in business because you could see if something wasn't going right and what they expect of you so that you could adjust while you're there, kind of. And it would help you correct people that are incorrect, but actually I think it would cause more problems than it's worth. Being invisible could be cool, but again, like what's the real value in it other than to hear things? It's kind of like snooping. Like as much as like some people think that I snoop here and there, but I don't think that you should be like trying to find out bad things that people think of you or trying to find out things in general. Maybe in like law enforcement it might be cool to be invisible. What did I do for my last birthday? Oh, my last birthday, guys. I invited about 8 people over. Only 2 people showed up. Talked about death the whole time, and I was miserable. Have fun. That's not happening this year. If I had one personal selfish wish, what would it be and why? I don't know that it's selfish, but I would want to be much healthier than I am. I have asthma and allergies and things that really affect my life. Like, I can't go to certain people's houses. I always have to ask if there's cats and dogs. I can't stay over at friends' houses that have pets. I have my own little dog, but he doesn't shed like regular, like unless they have a Yorkie, I'm pretty screwed, basically. I'm pretty good with dogs, actually, compared to cats, but allergies have affected my life substantially. And asthma is horrible. To think in the back of your mind all the time that if you run up this hill, you might start suffocating. And if you are trying to get in shape, which I have done, you have to like go about it in a very particular way, or else you're going to set your asthma off, and then it could wipe you out for a whole week. So I would get rid of my illnesses, so to speak. And if I was a Pokemon, which one would I be, and what would I look like? I would be a Butterfree because I can't have lactose. And I love Butterfree, actually. It's a really pretty butterfly, and I think that is great because it like evolves into this pretty butterfly and it has freedom and everything, but also because I can't have lactose. So anyway, that's my vlog for today. That's the 17 questions. If you have a link to your blog answering the same ones, please pop it below. Remember to subscribe, and I'll see you guys next time.